Greetings and good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. That's right. It is a wonderful day. Let's see. I think this is the 27th. It is. We're almost at the end of the month. Hokey schmoke. Got a couple of family birthdays that happened this month. We got a lot of stuff going on. Lots of great things. So we're, just a few short hours away from me watching Mario. Wild stuff. I have to tell you something. I've been having pretty good days. Games like March. Well, about to have April. April Fool's Day. Super Mario is going to be hitting theaters. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to review it for y'all. Hey, emotionally unstable amphibians in the house, along with Brendan. What's up? Brendan Day in the house. We got the lovely Penny saying hi to Ruby who gifted a CultureCasino membership. Amazing. I hope you're doing well, dear. Of course, Snakes and Funerals in the house, dropping a member chat. 20 months of member saying, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Matt G. What's up, Matt G? You were late yesterday. Georgia Peach, hello, dear. How are you doing? We got Randall Orzer in the house. Hope you guys are doing well. And the lovely Ms. Pick Cafe. We got even more gifties, courtesy of Texas 84. Thank you so very much, Texas. Hope you're doing well. You gotta love Texas. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band. Cat Slave in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Like I said, Randall's here all the way from Canada, guys. Come on now. Is Juliet here? Did she get here this morning? If so, good morning or afternoon, I guess, for you, Juliet. I hope things are going well. Lord Thoth in the house. Been here a long, long time as well. There's Randall with some gifties. Thank you, Randall. Gifting 20. The generosity is off the chart this morning, guys. Look at all those names go green. Thank you. That's an old Alabama song, says Randall Orser. That's right. If you're going to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band. You guys are the best around. The amazing weatherman. Again, Cat Slave. We've got Corporeal Being. Caveat Ties. Who sent me Caveat Ties? Cat Slave, what's up? We got more. Look at all those people over there. The beautiful people. The beautiful Deepo. Saw Deeple early today. What's up? Ms. Pick Cafe. Gollum, what's up? Happy Friday to you. Look at all the green machine folks over there. Major support from those folks. Dr. Jill. Man, I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah. Hello, Gollum. Hello. Of course, we got Barry, the music man, in the house. The man of many stickers. I think I said hi to Georgia Peach. Good morning, dear. Hope all is well. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Caledon 910, everybody's favorite radio station. Let's see who else is out there. Who else? Who else in the world? Ah, Caleb! Let's go. All right, folks. We're off and running. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whatever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We are on Friday, last day of the week. Last 6 Minute Daily in March, I think. Maybe not. Pretty close, though. Warner Brothers Discovery is setting a shareholder vote for, I think, maybe it's Monday. I don't know, but it's coming up shortly. And look, they're gonna vote on it, make it official. I don't know that. It's even later than I thought. It's April 23rd at 10 a.m. So, I don't suspect anybody's gonna vote no. Maybe people, that are tied to Hollywood and are worried that they're gonna have to conform with rational humans. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think so. We've got Netflix raising its prices again. That's right. Yeah, second raise. Less than 2 years. This is an awful lot of raises for not a lot of improvement. Is this because they did a 10-for-1 split and their stock price lost value? Is this a capital raise because they need it? The operational costs didn't change. This is strange. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Oscars are moving to Peacock Theater in L.A. alive in 2029. Not only that, you have to remember, after the 100th, this goes to YouTube. After it's had its little stint at ABC, it's moving to the Peacock feeder? How does that make sense? I thought this was Disney's thing for a while. Anyway, the Lion King singer has been, suing the comedian for mistranslating Circle of Life chant and seeking more than $20 million in damages. It's a comedian. This suit will go nowhere. This is extra dumb with cheese. We got the Council of American Islamic Relations, CARE. Not a super wonderful organization if anybody's paying attention. Speaking out against Bill Maher receiving the Kennedy Center honor. Why? Is it because he has a Jewish background? I don't know. But it's... who cares anyway? The organization says that the award being given to Maher highlights the glaring double standards surrounding bigotry and violence. Oh my goodness. I don't think there's a double standard. We got Mark Wahlberg working out. He wants the 4 a.m. challenge for people like me to get up early and work out. That's right. He wants people pumping iron on YouTube. Do you guys want to see me pumping iron on YouTube? Or anyone? I don't know. I ask you. I'll put it to a question here in a minute. Kill Tony WrestleMania special is going to stream on Netflix. So they're going to charge you more for Kill Tony, who's free. This is very strange. We're in a weird time frame. This is the weirdest timeline ever. Not so weird, though, is they're going to try to bring some heat back to SNL, because nobody likes it anymore, except for the UK, who got their own version this last weekend. But they're going to bring in Jack Black and Coleman Domingo to host in April, so trying to bring back some star power. Jack Black's an odd guy, but dang. He gets paid to be odd. Verdicts against men and YouTube validate concerns long raised by parents and child safety advocates about, well, how that melts your brain. And this is the second time YouTube got in trouble for slop. They used to have a lot of weird slop to wreck kids' brains while they were on their tablets in their cribs. We'll get around to that conversation one of these days. AI is giving very bad advice. It's flattering its users. Say a new study says that there are lots of dangers. Overly agreeable chat bots are no bueno. I would hate to agree, but that's absolutely correct. We got Trump saying that he's going to sign an order to pay TSA agents as the Senate works into the night on a funding deal. So he's just going to force them to be paid, and that'll force the folks in the Senate or Congress to sue him, and the only ones that are going to want to do that are going to be the Democrats, and they're going to look worse than they already do, because this is the second shutdown in 2 years caused by one political party. It's not resistance, it's destruction of the economy. Not good. EU targets Snapchat over the child safety and accuses bad sites that show naked people of failing to block minors. No, they just want to have access to the data so they can track the people who participate in said things. This is very bad. Very bad indeed. EU lawmakers approve trade deal with U.S. but add safeguards? Safeguards? We'll see how that works out for them. I'm not sure Trump's going to be super crazy about it. Louisiana's crawfish industry feels the pinch of limits on foreign workers. Yeah, they have to pay actual markets. Does that make things more expensive? Maybe. Is the economy in as good a shape as possible? Maybe not. Perhaps we need to sort out what and why prices are artificially being increased. Good question. USPS, seeks a temporary 8% charge on priority mail. When they say temporary, they mean permanent. I mean, let's be honest about it. Every time we make something temporary, like the income tax, you get it El Permanente. How'd that work out for you? No bueno. All right, and finally, the bear story of the day. The secret winter lives of Lake Tahoe's black bears are being studied by the State of California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Spring is in the air, so black bears are everywhere, emerging from their winter dens, and it includes a mother and new cubs. 8 to 10 weeks old. This is a mama who had a reproductive cycle that fit perfectly into hibernation. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. You can find that story and video over on the State of California wildlife.ca.gov's website, so you can check it out there. Some neat video over there. I like I said, I like bears, so oftentimes I'm checking out bear stuff. I look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I couldn't help myself. Could not help myself. All right, let's get to a few celebrations from our wonderful friend, Ruby, who's been here now for 23 months, almost 2 years. You get a birthday next month, dear, of an anniversary of your membership, I should say. But, yeah, have a great one. A great one, y'all. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Ruby Hoove. Say hi to Hoove for me. Missing Hoove. We've got Teddy D in the house celebrating 8 months of membership coming up on the first birthday. Good morning, Culture and Culturians. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. You remember that? You used to walk in and at Rope Drop in the opening, they'd have an opening show right there on the train platform right before you went through the portcullis. And you also had it in Florida sometimes, and the entire, entertainment group would be up there singing and dancing and singing the exact song, welcoming you to the theme park. Crazy stuff. They don't do that anymore. But Teddy D, thank you very much. And of course, Snakes, who's been here, as I said before, 20 months. Thank you, Snakes. Good to see you, my friend. And one of the longest time residents here at the CultureCasino Culturian Crazies is Captain Phantom Nerd. He has been here for 53 months. That's as long as I have been monetized. Saying good morning. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're feeling well. I worry about you. It's good to see you. When you guys disappear for any period of time, it doesn't go unnoticed. So, just so you know. All right, let's review the super duper chats, the ones that I missed, and the generosity of those who, y'all are crazy. Ruby Hoove, of course, gifted a CultureCasino membership. Barry the Music Man dropped a super duper sticker, a face without a mouth. Eyes without a face. That's a different song. Also not exactly super tidy. Texas 84 dropped those 5 gifts this morning, along with Randall Orzer, all the way from Canada, dropping 20 CultureCasino memberships. Amazing. Neat. Good stuff. Look at all those names go green. Once again, another super duper chat we got in here from Rachel Ferguson. Hello. I don't even want to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch someone else work. Well, I don't know that I'd do it live, but that'd be kind of fun, right? You know, can a YouTuber lift a weight? Maybe. You know, I know Gary lifts weights during the day. I know he goes on hefty walks. He fasts. He takes care of himself. Maybe I should show everybody how to do that too. And the lovely Ruby Hoove for another $2 super duper chat saying, getting up early is my workout. Oh, fair enough. Oh, my goodness. And the ever amazing, incredibly amazing, you should check out the channel Clifflix. Hey, what's up, buddy? Overly generous as always for $10 saying, did you ever follow the amazing story of the Grizzly number 399 in the Tetons? She was extremely unusual. I'm going to have to go look that up. I'm going to write it down. I got a pen. I got a pad. This is how old people take note. I also have some plans on here because I've got to do a shot list of what I got to do for today's. Today I'm going to get everything put together so you can have a complete video this weekend of me rebuilding the potato bins to be the right height, let's say. So, Grizzly 399. And the Tetons. All right. Excellent. Thank you, Clifflix. You got to go check out Clifflix's channel. You really do. You gotta. And Teddy D went crazy generous one more time with 10 CultureCasino Casino memberships. Thank you, Teddy D. Teddy D's got the best video over on Pro's channel. I am so jealous. Here we go. The beautiful deep ball over on the green machine with Cat Slave dropping $1 of Rumble Rant, saying, for no apparent reason. Well, it's good enough for me and everyone else. Man, Walter Tomaszewski cleaned up today. John's out there. What's up, John? And once again, thank you to Cat Slave. You guys are just crazy generous humans. I love y'all. All right, well, we have an amazing weekend in front of us. There's going to be lots of opportunity to find entertainment. There are going to be a couple of shows you'll want to pay attention to. I'm looking forward to Friday Night Tights. And, of course, I've got news on my eyeballs. So I go to the ophthalmologist today. Hopefully they will get this all sorted out once and for all, tell me exactly how damaged my eyeballs are and what they're going to do about it so I can see, because seeing is important. These particular glasses, if I want to read something that's printed, I have to put an additional set of glasses on. It's very bad. Very bad indeed. So I don't want to go blind, and in my family, that's a real possibility. Wet AMD does run in our family, but my little incident in November has a tendency to damage eyeballs, and it did so. Look at all the beautiful people out there. I appreciate y'all. I really, truly do. Let's see. There's 125 of you in bonus time. I have unboxing to do, so don't go nowheres. K. All right. Clifflick's saying hi to everybody. He's so friendly. If you get a chance to meet Clifflicks in person, you should. Good person. Good person. Oh, Hootow is in the house. Eyes are overrated. Just smell, just smell butts like dogs do. Kip, what's up? Holy cow. Good luck with the eyes, he says. Gosh, I haven't seen Kip in a minute. I hope you're doing well, brother. I do. All right, so we're going to unbox. Somebody went to the great trouble and Amazoned me some stuff. Let's see. Amazon. I like when they pack it in. This is low impact packaging. I like this. Sometimes they do things right over at Amazon. They don't overbox things. I think that's irrational. I'm going to use some scissors. Okay. Cut it open. Oh, by the way, the P.O. box still there to get anything you want to send me, if you want to send me something. Movies, books, stacks of cash, whatever. I sound like Jay yet. All right, what do we got? I don't even know who this is from. That's the other problem. Let's see. Does it say? Just Amazon. Fess up if you sent me something. Oh, no! I said I needed this. Did you actually mean to send me this? This is a magnifier, everybody. So I can read. You guys are the best. This is exactly the thing I need to read. The books, especially the stuff you sent me that was fine print. It has a light on it and everything. I broke the one that I had. I used to have a book reader that was fantastic. I could read in bed at night. Just put the plate in. It was like a plate of plastic. It would actually light the page so it wouldn't disturb anybody. And I could do it in bed. I could do it in the couch. I could read without annoying anyone. And this is perfect. So whoever sent me this, you're a godsend. Sometimes people you can include a note if things are a gift. Let's see. There's an invoice in here and there's a note. So prayers are answered. What does it say? Dweeby67. Maxi Dweeby67 sends me a note saying, enjoy your gift. I hope it helps. Maxi Dweeby, it does. My goodness. The generosity around here is spectacular. What a saving grace. The only other thing I have is up at my cabin, and this is going to save it so I have actually a reading magnifier up north. This is amazing. Thank you, Maxie Dweeby. You're my only hope. Much appreciated. Amazing neat. Amazing neat. Thank you for the gift receipt. I'm not going to return it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to bust that thing out this afternoon, especially after the eye doctor. They're gonna put those drops in that dilate my eyeballs. Always gets me a little nauseated. But thank you for that. Man, y'all are so considerate and lovely. All right. We got one more of these packages. After these packages, we'll be right back. All right, what do we got? Da, 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 da. Clifflix is reminding everybody, don't forget to smash the like and like the smash. That was me. I added that part. The eyes have it. They do. Especially the eyes of potatoes. They become roots. I don't care if people make fun of me for how I pronounce roots. I don't. I don't know what this is. I don't know who it's from. This is why I love unboxing. The lovely Sherry's in the house, guys. The lovely lady herself. Man, I've been missing y'all, just so you know. Been missing y'all. D-Bud! D-Bud is one of the oldest, most reliable wrenches everywhere. All right, once again, low impact packaging. Good job, Amazon. Must have been in the local distributor. This one is... Well, let's see. You know what? It might be nicer just to read who's from initially. Let's see. There's that. Oh, here's a gift. Okay. Where did I put the other set of glasses? There we go. Hey! From Scott. Says, enjoy your gift. All right. Let's see what we got. Love is what we got. Oh, Stash. Refreshing peppermint. This is a delicious herbal tea. I've never had this brand. You may have got me a new brand of tea. This is Stash. It's going to react with the green screen because the packaging's green. So there you go. But refreshing peppermint herbal tea. Thank you. I can use it while I'm reading. You guys don't know. You guys, it's like, hey, relax, old man. Okay, I will. Thank you so much. It's so thoughtful. You guys are great. I love it. Oh, you're so generous and lovely. Hey, Alyssa, how you doing? Hello, CC and everyone in the chat. Hey, I saw you commented on some videos. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Comments are a big deal. Avarice Carmageddon's in the house. Clifflix is saying, hello, 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 hello. Oh, wah, wah. All right, what do we got going on? Unboxing stream. Well, it's the second part, part 2. We did a little bonus time. Do a little unboxing. A little shadow boxing. There we go. Oh, and this is the P.O. box. Thank you, Ms. Pick Cafe on top of everything. Did see the new member chat. You guys are amazing. Speaking amazing, we got another one from Califlix for another $5. Where are you? Did you hit the lottery, my friend? The lottery? I love grizzly bears. They are amazing, truly. Until I see a giant male bear fighting a sow trying to protect her cub. I've seen videos where the cub dies. It does happen. Grizzlies are amazing animals. So, in fact, I grew up as a kid watching Grizzly Adams. And everybody's like, why do you like bears? Well, I like the bare necessities. Look, bears were the thing when I grew up. The Country Bear Jamboree, Jungle Book. What was it? Are there bears in the jungle? Anyway, this is what it is. Baloo. Bruce, what's up, buddy? Bruce Newhouse in the house, sending a super duper chat for 5. Culture Casino cash in. Always amazing being among the great people here. Everyone needs to take lutein, 40 milligrams every day. Hey, good for the eyeballs, I believe. I believe that's the messaging here. There's some things that you are born with, like your eyes, that are made of things that are never produced again after your eyes are formed. It's your stem cells that you need to rely upon, and there's a lot of things that can help you. I'm tracking a lot of different chemicals, guys, and we'll get around to what my supplementation is and everything else. That's what the garden channel is for. It's kind of a garden and health channel. Maybe post the workout videos there. I don't know. We'll see. We got our good friend, the Jedi Master, who you have to check out. He says, Culture, have a great day today, my friend. You too. Thank you for all your prayers and wishes. It's nice to see you in the private messages from time to time. Always keeping track and praying for you as well, my brother. We've got another message here from Michael Steele. Michael Steele. There's a grizzly in Banff that has been hit by a train twice and is still kicking. I watched a bear get hit by a car, kind of shake it off and like walk away. I was like, okay. And it wasn't even like walking funny. It wasn't like it's going to walk off the side of the road and lay down. No. It just kept trotting off into the forest. Crazy stuff out there. Yeah, male grizzlies can be horribly savage indeed, but the sows are not. Once again, a bear is not. Look, it's not your teddy bear. It's not something to cuddle with as much as you would want to, honestly. And yes, there have been somewhat tamed bears, but they've never officially been domesticated in any meaningful way, which means at any moment, the animal that you're trusting will decide you smell like lunch. That's a problem. That is a problem. And so tomorrow I plan to get a video up on the garden channel of me rebuilding the potato beds. So you're going to see how functional beds can work, because that's all they are. I didn't need anything fancy. I didn't have to put them in a greenhouse. Potatoes, you can put in a greenhouse. I've grown them in the greenhouse before, but it didn't need a greenhouse. In fact, I live right now, before I relocate to Tennessee, in the desert Southwest, which many of you know. I mean, the P.O. box is in the desert Southwest. So when you look at the boxes, there's not much to them. It's a few cedar fence pickets that are formed into a rectangle, and there's 3 of them, and that's what grows somewhere between 20 and 40 pounds of potatoes. You can do it in buckets, you can do it in a lot of other places, but I need more efficiency. I am older. I want to use my energy not to bend over for hours at a time to harvest my plants or care for them or build up the soil around them, because potatoes are one of the crops, like tomatoes, where you want to build up the soil around them. You need to recharge, you add new soil and compost and things like that. You don't add crazy fertilizer garbage. Maybe initially you add some things that'll help boost slow release feed, stuff like that. And maybe you add some stone mineral dust. But yeah. After that, you don't have to do much. That garden place. I'm a sub. Are you? Thank you, Clifflex. Clifflex, you're great. Jumbie, what's going on in the house? A lot of animals are so much tougher than we are. Yeah, honey badgers. Good, great. Actually, just any badger. Beavers are wildly rugged creatures. I don't know if people realize that. It's like, I went to that silly animated Pixar movie, the beaver movie, whatever you want to call it. And kind of what we don't understand about beavers is they can reshape entire landscapes in 5 years. 5 years with a dozen beavers can change a valley with a river that's having problems. Beaver dams slow water. They don't eliminate its passing completely, which can solve a lot of problems like erosion, things like that. When they create ponds, they create entire uh, like wildlife refuges, and you get new species of plants, animals, bugs. Good stuff. So, good luck at the eye doctors. Thank you, Cat Slave. I appreciate it. Caveat Ties says, "Hey, Depot, the beautiful Depot, the beautiful Depot. You look like Grizzly Adams." Well, thank you for that. Thank you, Cat Slave. Yeah, it's not a teddy bear. There's Timmy. What's up, Tim? Tim's been here since the beginning. Good to see you, Timmy. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Da-da-da. Avarice Carmageddon. Teddy panda bears. Well, pandas are plumb dumb. Sorry. I know. Look, they're cute. Everybody loves them. They're a real cute real cute bar. But not smart. It's like they want to go extinct. It's like the weirdest stuff. If you ever watch them, the first person that ever commented on that thought processes was, "Did I take my pills?" I did. Was my friend Mad Mardigan. Mad Mardigan did a whole thing about why pandas like are trying to go extinct. It's not wrong. They literally mistreat their youngins, and everything else is just wild. Yeah, a little garden sizzle. That's right, Texas. Yeah, I gotta build rebuild or build a new outdoor kitchen. I'm doing a lot of projects on my way out of this house on my way to Tennessee. Over the course of the next year, I'll probably put the rebuild of the outdoor kitchen on the build channel when I get that back up and running full speed. But yeah, Brian's in the house. Georgia Peach says hello. Hello. Finally, those potatoes can get a good night's sleep. That's right. So anyway, I'm rebuilding the potato boxes. That's what I'm going to do on the garden channel. The first set of videos is going to be about that and planting your potatoes and prepping potatoes when you harvest them. I'm going to show you. I'm even going to show you a place you can buy the sprayer or the kind of sprayer you should buy. You don't necessarily have to use the link that I'm going to provide, but I'm going to show you one that makes it so that you don't have to buy expensive sprays or anything else. I prefer my method of prepping the potatoes because I know for a fact that after you cool them, you serve them the first time hot. You can. The starch is a little more starchy, which means you're gonna have more of a sugar reaction. You're gonna have some insulin spike. Not much, because purple potatoes are a little bit different than other potatoes. But then after you refrigerate them to store them for reheating, I'm going to show you how to reheat them. And now you have a more resistant starch, which does not break down the same way because you've heated it and cooled it and changed it structurally and biochemically. So it breaks down better. It's better for people who like potatoes but are trying to avoid the starch, unlike starch sticks, which you get at McDonald's. Anyway, you guys are just amazing. I appreciate you so much. Bears are not domesticated because they have instincts they follow, just like all other animals. Bears are so big that we can't control them when they decide to follow their instincts. This is so true. Jan Monroe is correct. Right now, my background chat is insane, so please forgive me for a moment while I ignore my friends for a minute. All right, I had to turn that off. Very loud and distracting. And Cameron, Avarice Carmageddon, says, yes, I sub to that garden place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cav says, hey, I'm a huge fan of beavers. Well, they're brilliant. Seriously. The British did an experiment. I can't remember if it was Scotland, the Scotsman, of course. The British, the Scots, and Ireland all did an experiment utilizing beavers to bring back, a diverse habitat in their area around the waterways that had just kind of started to go a little fallow. And the beavers built dams. They slowed down the water. It's amazing what happens when you slow down water, because the water doesn't stop flowing. The water goes underground. And when the ground's saturated, you get ponding on the surface. And beavers slowing that water down, you get surface water and you get like essentially underground rivers. If you ever wonder where the water went, chances are you changed the flow pattern of the waterways. It went underground. It got wasted, surface evaporation and everything else. We need to understand this stuff better. If you want the plains to return to their lush green that they used to be, you have to release bison across the plains. You get a good like 5,000 head of bison. First of all, they're delicious, especially as burgers. My goodness, but they we just let them breed and set them loose. All of a sudden, you have lush land. Why? Because of the natural action of them like just wandering or running all over the place. So there's a lot to proper management. Get a dog. Yeah, I got to get a new pup. I'm gonna get 5 dogs. We're gonna start with one. I'm getting a Belgian Malinois. I'm gonna train him up good, but I'm gonna get 4 other dogs for the area because otherwise, what's the point? I got all this space for these animals. Plus, I want to teach them how to manage the livestock. Um, and we're gonna have probably 20 chickens, maybe more. Hard to say. Maybe 2 coops, 1 coop for meat birds and 1 coop for egg layers. I'm gonna eat those leghorns. Did you see the one member chat from Captain Phantom Nerd? No, I think I did. Let's look for celebrate. Let's see. Yeah, I got Captain Phantom Nerd. Of course, I'm not sure when you sent that message, but there it is. And I said, been here since I've been monetized. A good friend, and I hope everything's going okay, buddy. Let's see. Who else is out there in the world? I think the beaver comment was innuendo. Sure. You could take it either way. Caveat. Starch sticks are good, though. Well, yeah. By the way, did you know that of all the fast food restaurants, it was McDonald's that first realized and started calling their customers users? Kind of like their food was designed to have addictive properties. The little bit of coffee I have every day right there. We're down to about 1 cup, a little, or maybe a cup and a half total of coffee every day. That's it. We are going to conquer this blood pressure, this thing. We're going to do it with weight, good eating, and we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. And we're going to get me off these drugs. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let's see. Clifflix, hey, buddy. We got another super chat, too. I'll grab him in a second saying, how do you feel about wolves being placed back into Yellowstone? I think that's where they belong. I think you need to put them in habitats that don't interfere with ranchers. Really, the reason that wolves disappeared and were removed from places was because they were competing with the land that the ranchers needed. And I think the biggest push to get rid of the wolves was that. Look, every animal contributes to the ecosystem. And we have a wildlife photographer in the chat if he's here. Yeah, Scott, if Scott's here, he's a wildlife photographer. So, but I think that putting them back there is smart. They do a necessary role. They help cull. We have very poor wildlife management right now in our national parks. We have for a long period of time. We have terrible forestry management, especially in California. But we have a lot of things that aren't happening that happened naturally. Forest fires aren't necessarily all bad. I mean, we don't like forest fires for sure. Regardless of the pollution or the endangerment to like homes and things like that. But they actually serve a purpose. They regenerate those areas, and habitats go through natural cycles, and part of that is a lightning striking a tree and making a big, huge fire. They usually burn themselves out. Human beings want to pretend like they control things, and so we stop them. But a certain amount of that has been happening forever since, God put us on this earth. So when we step in because we're wise, right? Homo sapiens, we use, Homo sapiens, sapiens. That's actually what we are technically. We're wise. We said wise twice because we're wise butts, right? double, double, double wise butts, right? Anyway, so, but yeah, no, I mean, wolves serve a purpose. They manage the smaller animals and the larger animals as well. They manage deer populations well. Bears serve their role, of course. And the problem is that bears have naturally gotten lazy over time, and just like humans, by the way. And they go for instead of going for what they would naturally seek out for food because it takes a lot of work. They become reliant on humans for food, so they invade your trash cans, places like that. So yeah, yeah, I think it's a good thing. We are wise, almost true. Homo sapiens, sapiens, wise. Yeah, uh, but it is what it is. What it is. Hey, John, it's good to see you, bud. Ah, Jedi Master goes. You cannot pay me to eat at McDonald's. Well, anyway, like you said, everything I've said is actually very true. But we don't. We like I said, we do poor wildlife management. Someone in my family went to school for that, and I can just say if you're going to be a park ranger, you should know something about wildlife management. And I don't think they require the kind of training they used to be a park ranger. I think anyway. Some trees can't drop seeds until after a fire. This is also true, cat sleep. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we need to understand. Regeneration is the correct word. Yep. And look, we have to get used to something. By the way, the nitrogen cycle that everybody is freaking out about. Nitrogen. Oh no, we can't have fertilizers. Oh no. What we can't do is convey wastewater into municipal water. Do you realize that a lot of plants run full time, especially in specific states known for their farming, just removing contaminants? In most urban locations, cities, they're removing drugs from the water. Believe it or not, birth control stuff. You realize that if you analyze the water, the gray water that comes into a city water treatment plant, that gray water contains a lot of the hormones and stuff that women take for birth control and stuff like that. You're literally pharmaceutically changing the makeup of the water, and the water plants have to work harder to remove the pharmaceutically created things. We've got forever chemicals now. We thought, hey, we're going to be greens. Let's make straws with forever chemicals. Let's make paper straws that dissolve into our stuff. So we're consuming that. You think you're worried about microplastics? Be worried about forever chemicals in your straws. Again, this is the kind of stuff we're going to talk about on the garden channel. I'll limit it more here after I have another outlet, but yeah, it's wild. Hey, my buddy Sander Hammerschlag is in the house. Good to see you. You guys, it's great to see you all. Deforestation. Yeah, well, we have desertification that's happening globally. And again, it's all because of poorly managed lands. You can stop desertification by gridding, not gritting, grid with a D, making grids and gridding landscapes. You can do that in deserts. You can do that on dunes. Again, you slow down the wind, the water, the forces of erosion, and you can make lush places to grow things. You have to use a little bit of effort and some creative thinking. You just have to think different about solving these problems. Seriously. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just easy for me to do. Godzilla. will bring balance. Yes, it will. Gogeta! But I cannot wait to see that. The new movie, Minus Zero. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm weird, though. Chumby's like, everybody has a price. Well, I haven't been bought off yet. That's why I like to consider myself a truth teller. Like I want to delve into the facts. I want to spit the facts. Um, I feel like some people have been compromised. Jeremy was talking about this yesterday during one of his live streams. He went live twice yesterday. He was busy. Um, and if you don't watch Geeks and Gamers, that's fine. If you don't appreciate Jeremy Griggs, okay. I I like the way he covers the news of the day. I used to like the way Benny did too, but his thumbnails and some of his statements are too hyperbolic for me now. Um, but I'm frustrated. I think most people are with Tucker Carlson. I think that's something that's annoying me. Candace Owens is beyond lost her mind. Um, and I think if you're a God fearing person, you can't do what some of these people are doing right now. I mean, I'm having some problems with people right now, guys. I really am. Oh my gosh! Hang on. Hang on. Cat Slave sent me a Rumble rant. I need to pay attention to it. I'm not drinking sewage now, no matter how purified and filtered it is. Yeah, tap water is dangerous. And look, if you're a Florida resident, that sulfur smell, that's not just the water. It's just not great. It's just naturally there because you live in a swamp, but that's just everybody hates paper straws. Holy cow, bass player 2011 Iffy in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Been a minute. Where you been? Let's see. Scooters Pops 71 says, okay, why we need to depend on other countries for manure or fertilizer? I don't know. But the Bashauer, I'm saying it right. Process to extract nitrogen enrichment fertilizer. You don't. Do you know how you nitrogen fix and fertilize for the future? You plant beans. We used to do this thing called crop rotation. Believe it or not, something that rebuilds and regenerates as well. We talk about regeneration today, apparently. And if you go around and you plant beans, the beans help fix nitrogen fix. You can nitrogen fix a field with beans. A lot of people are going to grow for a subsidy. The problem is what you're growing is naturally, fixing the nitrogen, but at the same time, you're adding hormones into people's diets that they don't need. And I'm talking specifically about soybeans. Soy is not great in large quantities, and it can screw up ladies' biochemistry. It can screw up guys' biochemistry. I mean, eat too much soybeans, look what happens to you. Look at what happens to you. But I'm going to show you, like I said, I'm going to show you how to grow all the potatoes. The three that I'm going to use are red potatoes, Yukon Golds, which is the only one that I'll eat that looks like a yellow-white potato, and obviously the purple potatoes. So you're going to get to see three. I ordered a bag of seed potatoes. I have no idea when it's going to show up, but I'm getting the Adirondack Blues, the blue potatoes. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. You want to avoid eating green. If a potato is turned to green, it is not good. It has done a biochemical change that will poison you. Fortunately, people that have consumed the green potatoes feel bad, get a little sick, or whatever. If you were to eat too much of it, though, you could no longer be with us. You could be pushing up daisies. So you got to be careful. I think it's 140 grams of green potato consumption before an adult human would be affected that much. So just avoid feeding any potato that looks even a little green to anybody. including yourself. Just stay away. Not good. Sorry. Food health important. Hey, Cat Slaves is now telling us his name is Scott. I'm the Scott who sent you the tea. LOL. Well, thank you. And you know what? I think if you've been here long enough, you know I love peppermint oil. It's the beard oil that I use on my beard. I'm trying to get my own brand together. Do you know it's so much harder than you think it is to do that, to sell your own products? Who knew? Who knew? But it's going to be culture tested, not animal tested. I'm going to use myself as the subject for anything I try to sell in the future. It's going to be me, this guy, 2 thumbs and a smile. So, but thank you, Scott, for the peppermint tea. You're gonna calm me down. I love that. And let's see, we got another green thing here from Skentmar 105. Just becoming a member to the channel. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. Yeah, Tucker has been going off about, well, that's the other thing, going off about Israel. I mean, look, none of this, I look at some of these things, I'm like, this is a distraction. Why are we doing this? We have goals to accomplish. We have limited time. We have to be laser focus on our purpose when we go to the ballot boxes for the midterms. We have to put people in positions of power. You may have to primary people out of the positions they're in. You have a lot of people behaving badly that you voted for them to do something and they aren't doing it. They are not representing their constituency. They're representing themselves and the lobbyists that give them money. I'm sick and tired of that. I think there should be no paid lobbying. Lobbyists cannot contribute money. We need to go around. That needs to be an election rule. But that's just my opinion. And welcome, Scantmar, to the membership. I appreciate it. We use bottled water culture. Understood. Yeah. Okay, so in my younger years, I brewed beer. That's a surprise to everybody. I also brewed mead, and I also made wine. So I have a long history in my family of winemaking, being a vintner. Okay. So I have a ton of glass carboys. I think going forward, I'm going to use the glass carboys for my water storage and for purposes of drinking water and things like that. So there's that. Georgia Peach is running. Bye, Georgia Peach. Thanks for being here, dear. You're amazing. Izzo's in the house. What's up? Izzo's place. These great people. Crazy white boy stainless steel straws, which I actually use. In fact, I use stainless steel pans now. Again, you're going to get to see a lot of this because I'm going to show you not only how to grow your food, I'm going to show you how to cook your food. I'm going to explain why. And I switched. I have one last Teflon thing that is used in this house, and it's a griddle. Other than that, stainless steel, wood utensils. Of course, obviously, the silverware is still silverware because it's fine. But when you cook, I got away from Teflon. There's 1,000 reasons why. And this is true. We've thrown away so much wisdom for modern scams. We have. Again, pressed oils from seeds were industrial lubricants, essentially. And then they decided to sell it into foodstuffs? No, because those high temperature oils and things, you can fry stuff. When you fry something, you change it. We'll talk about that one day too. Let me grab this one. And thank you for this from Barry the Music Man for 5 Culture Casino Cash saying, I got 1999 Mercedes E433 Monday. Really? Little old car shopping. Good on you. My first really nice car. Never knew what I was missing. TGIF, everyone. Share the stream, share the dream, smash the like. Thank you, my friend. Barry, that's awesome, buddy. Those were very, very nice cars. Yep. Yep. My my good friend and show partner, Lou Wasserman's Ghost, by the Wednesday night show over on T3PO channel. Um, he got a new car recently too. Um, I am a big admirer of the vehicles made pre-computer or limited computer. My big truck is going to be around forever. I will not let that thing die because I can't replace it with anything modern that'd be as effective. It has a split 8 V8 engine. So when it's running in economy mode, it runs 4 of the cylinders and shuts the other 4 down. When it needs all that power, like for towing or climbing or whatever, it engages all 8 cylinders. If I need the power to get onto the highway, that truck gets up and goes. So, yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Cast iron skillets and Dutch ovens. Ooh, I love those. If you season them properly, it's just as nonstick as Teflon. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, you don't wash. I'm going to say it the right way. You don't wash cast iron the way some people do. Holy cow, Sonder Hammerslag has a birthday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sonder Hammerslag. I almost did that wrong. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, my friend. I'm way behind on the chat, guys. Honestly, you have to know that at this point. You have to know. My day started at 2 a.m. That darn insomnia again. I get that too, James. Man, when you wake up like that and you realize after a half hour of tossing and turning, you ain't gonna go back to sleep. Maybe get up and write. Yeah. Your mind's spinning, so you might as well get something out of it. And maybe it'll chase you back to your bed and get you more sleep. Hey, settling the mind. Maybe a little peppermint tea. Yeah, send Sonder Hammerschlag some slices of cake in the chat. Use those emojis. Bass player. This sounds like my grandma right here. God help. Oh wait, I need to find that. You guys are the best. Hang on. Somebody said something brilliant. I think it was bass player. God help the person who dares to use soap on my cast iron. Yeah. Yeah. You got to wash them different. Magically MJ in the house wishing you a happy birthday. Sonder Hammerschlag. MJ's great. I love working with MJ. Look at all the cake. She went party mode. Magically MJ. You can see her featured on a lot of channels now. She's doing a wonderful job. She's a producer for Vash Sky now. So cool. And she's a friend. So, yeah. Caveat Ties finally got back into the writing zone again. Awesome. Awesome. And for you guys, again, your generosity and you guys sending stuff to the PO box, it's great because I love to open stuff up on Fridays. I think it's a lot of fun. Jill's going crazy for the birthday stuff. Look at that. Look at that. What do we got going on? We got everybody out there today. It's good to see you. 100 of you listen to me just talk about, doing the healthy thing, doing the right thing, maybe fixing the environment a little bit. But to get back to who started me on that whole conversation, which would be my friend Clifflix, returning wolves to Yellowstone makes sense. Returning grizzlies to California doesn't. There's a different conversation to be had there. Um, the environmental support for grizzlies in California is kind of disappeared. I mean, you still have the northern woodlands and everything else, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Yellowstone, because of its protected status, it hasn't changed much. Um, used to vacation. I mean, again, California was my playground when I was young. So, um, Southern California, Central California, and Northern California. Um, it's basically three different states. If you've never been to California, so but the northern area, I used to go fishing for a week or two with my family. We used to camp and fish for a week or two at a campground by Mosquito Lake. And there's golf and country club and stuff like that, but it's this woodland area. It was a great place to fish, and that's where I first learned how to sail, a sailboat, a catamaran. And I really did love that. And then of course sailing got into me, and I loved doing that. Um, especially in the ocean. It's a challenge. But man, I miss things. I miss things. So Catsley says I'm only about 30 miles away from Northern California. Oh wow, so you're in the southern part of Oregon then. Huh. Boy, Oregon's changed a lot too. We had family land there. I'm not sure if one of my cousins still owns it, but we had family land there. My grandfather's brother, great uncle, um, farmed that until the day he died. In fact, the my grandpa in his 90s worked on my uncle's farm, who's he was up there too in his 80s. A little bit younger, but he was working on a tractor and working in the fields. I think the last thing he did was work on the tractor before he passed. The day he passed, he was up there doing what he loved, and it's tough losing a patriarch when you're young, but I think it's even tougher when you're in the point in life when you're transitioning from being just a teenager to headed towards adulthood. Your level of responsibility, the decision making with what you're going to do with your life is just starting to happen, and you lose a patriarch. It forever changes you. Now, mind you, you know, I was uh, I was 16. I was considering being a diaconal minister, um, which is an alternate path rather than passing through the seminary. Um, because I wanted to teach, practically rather than, I didn't want to be a great theologian or anything. So, um, that was probably when everything kind of changed for me. So, oh goodness, that's right. TPP is at noon. You're right. So I need to get out of here. Thank you, Texas. Woo! I was getting too nostalgic. You guys got to tell me to shush it. All right. On that note, look, y'all are amazing. Honestly, I appreciate each and every one of you. You are all very generous with your time and your efforts, and you're here well into, oh my gosh, an hour and 6 minutes of show. The 6 Minute Daily became an hour and 6 minutes, quite truly. So we got one last super chat, unless I missed one. I don't think I did. From our friend Thinking Heretic saying, "Would you live Would you live temporarily in a tiny house they make in Tennessee?" Indeed, yeah, of course I would. I don't look. I need outdoor space. Indoor space is overrated. The only indoor space that I really am going to be focused on, obviously, I'm going to be focused on the studios and the sound stages that I build on the property. Because again, this is going to be this is a multi-purpose property we're talking about. Somebody called it a compound. I don't think I want to go that far, but I want to have working studios and the sound stages for people that want to create things and do it cheaper than having to rent massive spaces and pay exorbitant prices. If they want to do it themselves, that's where we're going to do it. So, but no, I mean, I'd live in a tiny house. I live in an RV. I love RVs. I like the idea of moving around. Nothing useful in your life happens if you don't move. Sorry. That kind of stagnation can stagnate careers, creativity, productivity. And I've been in a couple of places for long periods of time, and I think it's too long. I think it's time to move. I think it's time to go back to where my family has roots, whether it be Missouri or Tennessee. So there's that. All right, we're out of here, folks. Go check out my friends over at That Park Place Live. Hopefully Jonas is there. On that note, I got to get out of here. You guys, I'm going to leave you with, the AOAO song, so I really have to go. I love y'all. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I hope to be giving you garden material at some point tomorrow. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. I hope. For real.